matter of inches. We had the late opportunity, went off the crossbar. It was like I said, it was going to be a highly competitive game. It came down to taking advantage of, you look at the game-winning goal. It was a tough puck that we thought we were breaking out, and ended up, just a dirty puck on the wall that we didn't handle. Had the great look in that last power play where Tomer rang the crossbar. We had Quinn hit a post, I think, in the second period, dead on, didn't go for us. We had probably 4 or 5 other in-tight looks that I don't know whether he got lucky or he made a good save. I thought maybe a little bit of both.
Lindy, your team's playing more and more games like this. Low scoring, high pressure, it gets a little chippy. What can your team learn from each of these games and build off that?
We know we've been in a lot of tight games. We've been in games where we've, been leading and have been able to close it. I thought early on in the third we didn't manage the puck really well. Probably was the thing that hurt us in the first 5 minutes. I thought after that we started to manage it better. Just you got to be able to handle the puck under pressure. You got to be good on the walls, and when the other teams start to put a lot of risk in their game, you got to make them pay.
On their first power play goal, you basically almost had killed it off, and he gets that chance in the slot, but he gets rid of it in a hurry too. Is that the key, that he just gets it and it's gone?
We've been pretty good with pressure. I think we just sort of came off pressure there. Again, probably a matter of a foot where McLeod would be on him. Benson and Kesselring probably could have put more pressure down low, wouldn't have allowed him enough time. So a matter of this much of not quite getting it done.
Almost seemed very relieved to score, excited. Was that one of his most aggressive games this year? He just looked very confident with the puck.
I thought last game he had 2 great looks in that game too. That again, we're not. I thought tonight he handled the puck well. He got involved in a lot of good offensive situations and got rewarded finally. He walked right down the slot the previous game, and I think he hit our player with the shot. But he's got his game in a good place.
You go 2-2 against the Habs this year. You win 2 of these 3 in January. I mean, what's the takeaway for 2 teams who are both trying to, build and raise their profile and get a chance to play in this kind of hockey?
Well, how competitive both teams were tonight. It was a really good competitive game. They had a few pockets of good shifts there in the third period that got us on our heels a little bit. I thought we recovered from that. I thought we had a great push in the second period, but we just didn't quite make them pay for some of their mistakes.
Was Jordan just in too much pain to go tonight, or how do you feel like this?
We had one other player that was doubtful, so we dressed him just in case. He's going to get on Monday, get another opinion on where he's at, and then we'll see where we go. But he would have been, if the other player didn't play, he would have played. Thanks.
I got it if I want it.